My son told me I wasn't rich enough to attend his wedding, so I happily stayed home. I'm a 52-year-old economics professor. Been teaching at the same college for 23 years. Raised my son Thomas alone after his dad died when I was pregnant. Aneurysm in his sleep. One night he was there, next morning he wasn't. I never asked Thomas for gratitude, but I sacrificed everything. Worked double shifts tutoring on weekends. Drove a 15-year-old Honda. Wore the same winter coat for a decade. Made sure he had everything he needed. Then 2 years ago, he met Zoe. Her family owns the state's biggest real estate firm. Portfolio worth $400 million. She drives a Mercedes, a Range Rover, and a Porsche, depending on her mood. Designer bags that cost more than my monthly mortgage. First time Thomas brought her to my house, he called me later that night. Said my furniture looked embarrassing. That Zoe's parents had this massive mansion with marble floors and crystal chandeliers. He wanted me to upgrade my place, make it look better. We fought. I told him some of that old furniture was picked out by his dad and I wasn't replacing it to impress anyone. He apologized, but after that, he never brought Zoe back to my house. I only saw her a handful of times over 2 years. At restaurants, at her parents' events, never casual, never comfortable. At their engagement party last year, her mother looked me up and down like I was the help. I was wearing a nice dress from Macy's, not Chanel, but perfectly appropriate. Thomas pulled me aside that night. Said I should have put more effort in. Translation, I should have worn brands I can't afford. 3 days ago, he showed up at my door. Sat on my embarrassing old couch. Mom, about the wedding. Zoe's parents are paying for everything and they're inviting mostly their business associates. High-profile people. They don't think you'd be comfortable with that crowd. I stared at him. You're uninviting me from your wedding? It's not like that. We'll do something private later, just us. But the main wedding, it's really their event since they're funding it. I just want to respect their wishes. You understand, right? I smiled. Of course, sweetie. I completely understand. You do what's best for you and Zoe. He looked relieved. Hugged me. Left. What Thomas didn't know? 6 months ago, when he first got engaged, he mentioned they were struggling to book their dream venue. This gorgeous historic estate an hour outside the city. Booked solid for 2 years. I made a call. My late husband's best friend Bruce owns that property. We've stayed close for 25 years. He's watched Thomas grow up. When I explained the situation, Bruce immediately cleared a date. For you and for Samuel's son, anything. I signed the contract. Put down the $15,000 deposit from my savings. The venue was secured in my name with Thomas listed as the event holder. I never told him how I got it. Just said I pulled some strings through the college. He was so excited. Zoe cried happy tears. Her parents were impressed someone like me could access such an exclusive venue. Yesterday morning, I drafted a letter to the venue. Dear Bruce, due to personal family circumstances, I need to withdraw my booking effective immediately. Please process the refund of my $15,000 deposit. Thank you for your understanding. I hand-delivered it. Bruce read it and his face went dark. They uninvited you? I nodded. He tore up their contract right there. Done. They're out. 4 hours later, my phone exploded. Thomas called screaming. What did you do? The venue just canceled everything. They said you withdrew the booking. The wedding's in 3 weeks. Mom, every other place is booked solid. I kept my voice steady. Well, sweetheart, you said I didn't fit in with your crowd. I respected that decision. I'm just making sure everything about your wedding actually belongs to people who do fit in. The venue was my contribution, and since I'm not invited, I'm taking back my contribution. That's insane. You're ruining my wedding over this? I'm not ruining anything, Thomas. You made it clear I'm not part of this celebration, so I'm simply not part of it. Completely. He started crying. Actually crying. Mom, please. Zoe's parents are furious. They're blaming me. Her mother is threatening to pull all the funding. Please just fix this. Fix what? According to you, I'm too poor and unfashionable to attend. Why would someone like that have any influence over a venue booking? Silence on the other end. I'll call you back when you're ready to apologize and re-invite me properly. Until then, good luck finding a new venue. I hung up. Zoe's been calling nonstop. Her parents tried reaching out through the college. Bruce told them the venue's now booked for a university fundraiser that weekend. Funny how that worked out. Thomas showed up yesterday, broke down completely, said he was an idiot, that he let Zoe's family make him ashamed of his own mother, that he's sorry. I'm considering accepting his apology, but he needs to prove he means it. He needs to tell Zoe's parents that if I'm not welcome, then there's no wedding. We'll see if he does it.